just talking about random topics while I squish, stretch, and do all these different things with the slime to help you relax. So, without further ado, I want you to sit back, relax, feel good like you deserve to, and let's get into the video. Let's take the cap off. What I like about this too is that it just keeps it nice and sealed, so you don't have to worry about it getting dry, at least not anytime soon. And it just comes out so easily. You know, maybe a little bit of mark left, but yeah. For all those people that like cap sounds, I got you. And here's our main event right here. We got our slime. It was blue with a light blue, kind of similar to Tatiana, whatever you pronounce her name. But I played with it a little bit to gain some experience so I could show off my slime stretching skills. And like I said earlier, or I thought I did, it is blue raspberry scented. Give it a smell. It smells really, really good, and it's not overwhelming. It's not like it's gonna get into your nose hairs or anything. It's just gentle. A nice light scent, so it's not gonna be overwhelming or take over the experience, which is nice. They have other scents for this slime, which includes coconut, chocolate, and there's one called cotton candy, but I seen a review and apparently it smells very similar to strawberry candy. So if you're interested, again, not sponsored, but if you're interested, go ahead and try it out. I was really excited when I found these at Walmart. And when I first started playing this, it feels like a stress ball because all the squeezing. It also gets bubbles, which is nice too. Because you think for Squishmallows being a plushie company, that they wouldn't have such high quality slime. Just listen to it. Let me ball it up a little bit. You know, it's a very high quality slime. And even though it's called slime, it's not very slimy. It's a little bit damp, but nothing that's gonna make me feel like my hands are soaked. And again, this is my first time ever playing a slime. I don't think I've ever had experience out of it besides silly putty, like the silly putty you would have in a jar, and then you'd stick your fingers in and go and make a little fart noise. That's as close I ever got. If you are a slime professional, let me know in a comment what your favorite slime is, or if you've ever tried this one before. I think for a first slime, I did a good job getting this one. Decided on this one. I had family, like little cousins, who were really into the slime craze, and I never fully understood it. Everybody was buying all the Elmer's glue and making their own, and that's why I'm happy that I can buy prefab slime that's this high quality. But I understand why people wanted to make this stuff. It's just satisfying. It's such a cool experience. Just clip our hands in. watching, and if you follow my stories from my ASMR, I'm watching my cousin's cat and dog while they're on vacation, and I made a video that stars my cousin's cat, MK, which stands for Mr. Kitty, and he was playing with his toy, and from the camera angle, he was kicking the toy, but it looked like he was, humping it. And I used that audio where it says Prankum John. If you don't know what I mean, just look it up, Prankum John. And it currently has 250,000 views and 50k likes. My cousin doesn't know yet, so I'm gonna let her know whenever she gets back from vacation, just to see her reaction to it. I know she's gonna freak out, but like in a good way. Also, this is random, but I was walking to get the mail at my cousin's, and I seen an apple tree, which I've seen many apple, peaches, like all these different types of fruits and trees, but I think for the very first time I've ever seen a pear tree in person. I'm from Ohio, so we don't get like the craziest, most exotic most exotic fruits. Like, I don't think I'd ever see a lemon tree. That's more of like a Florida type thing. Oh, nice and puppy. Yes. I'll have to find more ways to have us enjoy this slime while it's nice and firm. Oh. Got a little bit of a spread right there. It has been very chill weekend. I mean, week, yeah, it's not even a weekend, yeah, it's just been a chill week. I've just been streaming, because I stream on Twitch, and you'll occasionally see me stream on YouTube as well. But one of the games I like to play, it's called Splatoon. It just ended its update cycle, meaning there's not going to be any more updates, and the game was kind of already fading out of existence. It's still a great game and everything, but not really getting a bunch of attention. So as a streamer, I'm kind of in this like weird standpoint where I'm trying to figure out what is next for me. I don't want to bore the people who watch me, right? Because they may be used to like a certain content. But I also can't just stay in the same spot forever. And I just want to use that wording as inspiration for you to jump out of your comfort zone, even if it fails at first. Because I got to see, what's next for me. Change is always something that happens. anxious feelings. But I must grow myself and show what I'm capable of doing. And you, watching this video, are capable of doing lots of things. And if you haven't found those things that you're capable of doing very well, it's because you need to go search for them. Find that good stuff. And I really appreciate this coming of a jar. Having that is just really nice. It is just really high quality slime. I want to get some Squishmallows at some point. As you guys know with my profile picture, I have Raichu as my profile picture. And as a character in this ASMR. Well, not in this video, but other videos. I would love to see a Raichu Squishmallow sometime soon. But there's like this cute one though that's Dragonite, a Pokemon named Dragonite. Just picture, if you're not a Pokemon fan, just imagine a orange dragon. It's like a yellow orange, like a mixture in between. I wouldn't just say it's regular, like a bus yellow. It's a yellow orange. There's probably a specific color name for that. And just, he's a big dragon. He's a very, very big one. So just imagine a Squishmallow egg where it's just his face there. And it looks so goofy because of how normally big he is. I'm glad we live in a time where collaborations happen a lot. Dude, this freaking slime is so moist. It's got my fingers getting wrinkles like I'm swimming in a pool. That or I am having an allergic reaction. I'll let y'all know in the comments if I end up in the hospital. You never know where life's gonna take you. Sometimes you'll end up buying slime and squeezing it in front of a camera. Did I break the fourth wall? There was this guy the other day, and he said that he couldn't afford to get some food, right? I know what you're thinking, Dean, what's the sad story? No, it's not sad because he talked about how he was about to go meet his weed guy. My brother, you can't afford food, but you're gonna go get weed. You crazy. I told my family that, and they said, well, at least he has his priorities straight. That's true. Very, very true. This slime, compared to slimes I've seen online, doesn't do the best job at basically clean up. If you put it against a nice hard surface, there will be pieces of slime left on it. that's okay. It's not like I'm always putting it against stuff. Heck, I would be a nervous wreck if I accidentally dropped this on the ground, because this is my blanket. I simply use a blanket just to have a nice solid background. I do have a tinier room, so for all y'all who have tiny rooms, shout out to you. I've kind of always had a tiny room, but I always make my room look huge with how I utilize all the spaces. Good ball. It's really huge, so it's kind of hard to palm a ball. Things ASMR makes me do is I randomly find myself doing this with my fingers, and I also tap random items. It's a true thing. If you make ASMR or watch a bunch of ASMR, you will find yourself kind of doing this, but along with that, you sometimes find yourself doing mouth sounds. I'm still trying to master talking with mouth sounds, so it's like hello, 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 what are you doing today? Oh my goodness, I almost dropped it on there. Hello, 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 how are you doing? How are you doing? Let's give it a nice squish. I'm basically a hydraulic press, but let's see. Oh yeah. Let's give you that nice and close. In the most non-grossest way possible, it feels like I have gum on my hand. It feels like a big blob of gum. Y'all ever have gum at school? People always want a piece. That was just prepping you for the real world, because anybody see you got something of interest, they want to take it. I swear, I swear. I need to go to a playground that's meant for adults. It's like one of those like trampoline parks, because I low-key I wanna go across some jungle gym. Like the oh, not jungle gym, but the monkey bars. I wanna go on some monkey bars. Sounds weird, but I've been doing a lot of exercise as of recently. And by exercise, I mean skateboarding. I've been doing a lot of skateboarding. And sometimes I have a 20-pound weight. And I will use the 20-pound weight to just buff up my arms. It's not like they're actually growing or anything, because I don't do all the whole like protein, and I don't do it every single day. But one of my favorite things is when you lift it up a bunch. That feeling of picking stuff up that's not as heavy as the weight. It doesn't even feel like you're holding it anymore. It is just a feather in your hand. So like gaming controllers, my skateboard, drinks, they just feel just completely like a feather in your hand. Update on my fingers again, they are wrinkly. Like I've been in a pool and there's a bit of this like white stuff. It almost looks like my skin is falling off, but I don't think it is, because I see bits and pieces of it in the slime. Probably from how much frick addiction we've been adding. My hands smell like nothing but blue raspberry, but I love blue raspberry. That's why I was like, I should choose a scent I'm not fond of, because I low-key could just munch. I definitely find myself wanting to eat this. It just looks delicious. I personally need to go on a trip sometime, because I haven't been on vacation since, I'd say, 2017. It's been a very, very long time. But to be honest, as a skateboarder, I would simply like to travel solely to just go to different skate parks and find skate spots. Would be very fun. Or I really like the ocean, so I would really like to go out. Like, I typically with the family would go to South Carolina. We'd go to South Carolina and we'd do a bunch of fun stuff up there. But we haven't done that in a while because a bunch of IRL stuff has happened, so maybe one day. But if you're like me and you haven't been on a vacation in a while, right? Or even if you have been on a vacation recently, you are welcome to this as well. And if you are not old enough to drive, or you haven't got your license yet, this could be something for the future for you. One thing I really, really like doing is going on trips, solo trips, not like super far away. Maybe like a couple hours away from home, 1 to 2 hours. There was this skate park that was having a grand opening, and I couldn't get my friends to go with me. And at this point, I finally realized I really like going on solo trips on an occasion. Having a friend with you is really nice, but I really enjoy a solo trip. I went to that skate park that was at the grand opening. I skated there for about, I'd say 4, maybe 5 hours. There was people there because it was a grand opening, so it wasn't like I was alone, but no one knew me, so I got to be a nice, mysterious person, right? And, afterwards, usually if I went with friends, we would just head home, but despite being an hour and a half away, I was like, instead of driving home right away, I'm gonna go to the nearest mall, and I just hung out. I don't even think I purchased anything because there was nothing really cool there, but again, I got to go anywhere I wanted without having to worry about a schedule, because sometimes you just want to spend the day doing anything, but like, you don't have a schedule. The only thing that was scheduled was going to the skate park. So going to the mall for a couple hours and exploring, which this mall was kind of weird though, because they had like a playpen in there, which makes sense, like malls definitely should have playpens for like children, but this was like a huge one. But the weirdest part was that they had a church inside of it. If you go to church, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But a church in a mall, to me, is like wild. Like, what? why do you have a church inside your mall? That mall was kind of mid though, but I had Starbucks afterwards, which I go to Kroger. If you don't know what a Kroger is, it's essentially just a grocery store. I don't know how many Kroger there are in the world, right? But they're very native to people from Ohio. I went to that Kroger because the GPS took me there because I wanted to get some Starbucks. And I pull in the parking lot. I'm like, what? There's no Starbucks here. What is wrong with you? What's wrong with you, GPS? And then I looked at the description. It was like, oh, inside the Kroger. And then I found out Kroger has Starbucks in it. I originally just thought Target would have Starbucks in it. Nope. And I got me a nice dragon drink. Kind of like you. I believe this is a dragon, right? He's got the horns, the wings, very, very tiny wings. Yeah, got me a nice dragon drink after a long day of skating and going on the mall. And what was fun is that the GPS didn't take me on the interstate because I believe the interstate was actually further somehow. And I just got to go on a back road where it was kind of country-ish, but just stuff I've never seen before, areas I've never seen before. That's what's just so fun about taking a solo trip, and I need to do more. Even if they're not really far away, just plan something that's like 1, 2 if you're comfortable with 2. You know, if you're not comfortable with it, stick that 1 hour distance. And find yourself a nice trip. It genuinely is just peaceful mind because 1, when you're on a trip by yourself, you don't have to worry about people wanting to listen to certain music or not being fond of your music. You don't have to worry about deciding a place to eat. You don't have to worry about time constraints or schedules. You're your own person in your own world, which you always are. But when you're doing this type of trip, it is just relaxing and adventurous. It's like you don't know what to expect. Could be crazy, could be boring, but it's okay. It's the experience that is just so much fun. this slime would probably feel very, very weird. Because it's not very liquidy, it's very solid. Because when I think of slime, I think of like Nickelodeon getting slimed at the Kids' Choice Awards. I haven't watched TV in forever. I usually just find myself on my phone or playing video games or on my PC. I haven't really just sat down and watched something since the new season of Beavis and Butthead, but that new season ended a long time ago. Nothing wrong with watching TV, but I lived in the country a good chunk of my life until 2015, and I was born in 1996. So I found myself with not too much to do because we didn't even have high-speed internet. We had dial-up, and if you don't know what dial-up is, look up the dial-up sound on YouTube. Beep, boop, beep, 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 beep. It was extremely slow and unusable, so doing stuff online just was not worth it, like at all. But that brings me back to what I was trying to say. There wasn't a lot I could do there other than my hobbies. So when I moved here, I got distracted by using high-speed internet for the first time, which is sad because I was like 18 when I first got to access high-speed internet. That's so sad sounding. And I basically just stopped watching TV altogether because there was so much more for me to do, not only on the internet, but exploring town was lots of fun. Exploring in general is just nice, but make sure to stay safe because as fun as exploring is, the world is just dangerous, unfortunately. It's sad. Because as a kid, adults always kind of pester children and say, oh, they're always up to no good, but 9 out of 10 times, it's an adult doing something wrong or being inappropriate. And I'm not saying you, person, if you are an adult watching this, I'm not saying like, oh, you've never done anything bad. But what I'm saying is a lot of times, even at my job, I will see people act so childish and they'll be twice my age. And I'm just like, my guy, you should have left it in high school. I'm very childish myself, but I'm mature when I need to be. Because life is too short to be not silly just a little bit, you know? Just a little bit silly. But I guess what I mean by childish is I hate seeing adults mistreat other people. There's no reason for that. No reason to mistreat other people. Like, I'll give you a prime example. So what I'm trying to say is more clear. One time, me and my sister loves Hobby Lobby, which I got another story about Hobby Lobby here in a sec. My sister loves Hobby Lobby. And at Hobby Lobby, this lady who was with her mom, she was definitely 35 plus. And freaking, she had a cart, and my sister was trying to move around her. And my sister kindly It's not even cool. Like what? Oh yeah, another story about Hobby Lobby. Is that Hobby Lobby? I seen a video on TikTok, and I haven't been in a Hobby Lobby in a really long time, so let me know in the comments. There is products in Hobby Lobby that use AI. Like AI, you can see the imperfections that AI can give in the art that they are selling there. And it's like they're materialized art, like a canvas, and just regular picture frame stuff. And to me, that's like, you're $1 million company. Pay your artists, please, 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 please. I get it, AI is the future, but can you really not pay someone to help you make a product? I get it, it's free, but nothing will beat truly made art. And a lot of people will say, they'll say, oh, AI can make something just as good. And that is true. That is very true. But AI does not have what I call a brain. And what I mean by a brain, everybody's brain has different wrinkles on it. Everybody's brain has a different thought process and random thoughts. You, watching this, had the thoughts of needing ASMR to help you relax and maybe even sleep. And I'm always happy to help you with that. So thank you for being here. But back to the topic. My brain itself is super random. If you ever watch any of my role plays, my thought process goes everywhere. And if you ever watch my Twitch streams, YouTube, TikTok lives, people always put question mark, or just what are you talking about? Because a human's thought process is always unique. You can find people who are similar, but they will never be the same. And that's what makes not only you unique, but your friends, your family unique. It's really hard to find anybody that's similar to them. So always remember that AI can draw stuff pretty well. It can even make videos, it can write down scripts, but it'll never be true person, like a true brain thought process. It can steal, that's the thing too. A lot of people say it could be its own brain. Yeah, it got its brain from humans who had to help it get better and improve. That's not an original process. Here I am bullying AI. But I have a lot of artist friends. And if I was an artist, I would be very disappointed in that stuff. But hey, I'm also loving of new things and technology. So AI is really cool too, though. It's really cool in many different ways. Like they're using AI to help make video games. Not have AI do 100% of the work, but speed up certain processes. And I think that will be very helpful to improve speedy rates of making what could be, like some games could take a year, right? Which is not long. But some games can take 5+ years. So if AI, in a way, could Just remember, it was just my opinions on things. Also, this is crazy that my fingers are literally like I was in a swimming pool and there's just... Let me get the focus. There's like a bunch of different tiny little things on it. I'm gonna have to wash my hands after this. With that all said though, I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, whatever you're experiencing. And if I had to rate this slime, for the price of $7, it comes with glitter and it comes with a charm too, which I laid to the side because when I originally opened this, it was very messy. I would give it a good 7.5. It smells great, it feels great. It is a nice, safe first slime, but I feel like if you want to get further into the slime game, this would be a great starter. But I feel like there's many more. Here's what I'll give it an 8 out of 10 because it's nice and soft and enjoyable. And it comes with a container to keep it nice and sealed, to keep it nice and moist. Though most of the moisture ended up on my hands, so I don't